Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about other auxiliary verbs, modal auxiliaries, may, might and must. In the previous videos we had seen the information about how to use can, could, how to use shall, should, and also we had seen in another video how to use will and would. And here is another video for you people to know how to use may, might and must in the given sentences. Okay, so how are you guys? I hope you are going on well, doing a lot of study. So let us focus on our topic today. First of all, we will see how to use may, M-A-Y, may. Look here, uses of may. First use formal permission. This modal auxiliary verb may, it is used to seek the formal permission. For example, from our childhood also we are using this particular sentence in the classroom. When we are out of the classroom and we wish to enter in the classroom, at that time we are asking, may I come in, sir, or may I come in, ma'am? Okay, it means for the formal permission we are using may. May I go out? Okay. May I take your book? May I know your name? Like that. To seek the formal permission, we are using may in a sentence. Understand? Okay. Next one, to tell possibility. To tell possibility. Look here. For example, it may rain heavily. It may rain heavily. It means may or may not be. We don't know. But there is a possibility of raining heavily. It may rain heavily. Then he may be on the playground. Suppose someone is searching for the person at that time. One person is telling that he may be on the playground. Okay. Third use of may, blessings or good wishes. Look at the example so that you can understand this. May God help you. Okay, blessings. May God bring all the happiness, brightness to your way. When some elder person are giving blessings to the younger ones, may God bring all the happiness, brightness to your way. Or on the occasion of New Year or on the occasion of a birthday, we can say like this, may God brings all the happiness, brightness to your way. Okay, may God bless you. Here may is used for blessings or to give while giving good wishes. Okay, so these are the uses of may. We can use may in such type of sentences. I hope you would like it or you would understand it. Now we will march towards the forward part of this video. Uses of might, how to use might, M-I-G-H-T, might. It is a past equivalent of may, might. Okay. First use, look here. To express less or weak possibility. To express less or weak possibility is there, but it is when the possibility is weak. We are not certain about that, or we are not guaranteed about that possibility. Weak possibility, at that time in spite of may we are going to use might. For example, he might buy a big vehicle. It means that there is a possibility of buying big vehicle by him, but it is somewhat less possibility. There is no any guarantee that he is going to buy that big vehicle. So he might buy a big vehicle. Less or weak possibility. Understand? Second sentence, she might cure from the disease. It means that her disease is somewhat severe one. She may be cured or not, but there is a weak possibility. Okay, so she might cure from the disease. Third one, it might rain today. In the previous sentence we have used may. In the previous sentence, that it may rain heavily. It means there is a possibility, but if the possibility is weak, at that time we are going to use might. Okay, it might rain heavily. So do you understand the difference between using may and might? I think you would understand it in a better way. Okay, now the second use, to express dissatisfaction. To express dissatisfaction. For example, you might pay more attention to your health. Father is saying to his son or daughter, you might pay more attention to your health. It means father is expressing dissatisfaction that that child or that his son or his daughter is not paying good attention towards his health. Therefore, he is advising and also expressing dissatisfaction that I am not happy the way you are taking care of your health. So, you might pay more attention to your health. You might be more careful while driving. The coach of driving or the person who is sitting beside the driving seat, he is observing the driving of the driver and saying that you might be more careful while driving. It means you are not so much careful about your driving. So might is used to express dissatisfaction. The person who is sitting beside the driver, that person is not happy. So he is saying you might be more careful while driving. In such cases, we are going to use might. Okay. Next, as a past equivalent of may, look here. May, might, such type of sentences are used in while changing the sentences from direct into indirect. He said that she might have sung the song. Okay. He said that she might have sung the song. In indirect speech also, may is converted into might. And the last but not the least part of this video, very important one, that is the modal auxiliary, how to use must. It is also very, very important. Auxiliary verb, modal auxiliary verb, must, M-U-S-T, for first use for compulsion. Look here, for example, you must stand straight. Here is compulsion. You have to do. You must stand straight. In spite of we must stand straight, this is also correct, and you must stand straight, it is also correct. But for compulsion, suppose I am telling to you, you must stand straight. Okay, it is a compulsory action. When a person is telling to another one, teachers are saying to their student, you must stand straight. Must, it means you have to do that, compulsory. You mustn't go there. You mustn't go there. It means you are not allowed to go there. Compulsory, you are not allowed. So mustn't, it means must not. Okay. Then to express duty, for example, an umpire must be impartial. Umpire in the matches, suppose any decision is given by the umpire and that is somewhat confusing decision, at that time the spectators or audience or the public says an umpire must be impartial. It is not good. An umpire must be impartial. Must. That is his duty. So for telling the duty, must is used. Next sentence, students must follow the rules of school. Students must follow the rules of school. It is their duty. Next one, for prevention, you must not run on the road. To prevent a person from doing anything, At that time also must is used. You must not run on the road. Okay. And the last but not the least, guess but near to certainty. It is a guess, but there is somewhat certainty in that sentence. At that time also must is used. For example, the train must have gone. It means the train must have gone. It means that it is a guess. Okay. But this guess is going near to certainty. There is somewhat certainty. The train must have gone. It's too late to us, so the train must have gone. Okay. So that's it for now. I hope you would like this video. Please like it, share it, watch this video again and again, discuss with your friends. And just one request to all of you, that practice makes man perfect, guys. Therefore, do the practice again and again. And also another request to you to please subscribe my channel, and also don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can watch more and more good videos of English grammar. Okay, your subscription and your likes and your comments are always motivating to me. That's all. Best of luck. Thank you.